Hello and welcome to the first of like five, however many there are. Reviews, reactions of the E3 conferences 2018. My name is James Sterling Wilson. I'm amazing. To my left is the human being that is Jonathan Rogers and Miles Radcliffe, who has his own YouTube channel. Do you want to plug that right now?
It's called My Others and Music. But
cool.
Hello. It's music.
Then again, you're on a much bigger channel than I do.
Not that, yeah.
Well, you actually make videos for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when I feel like it.
I have never legitimately ever made a video for that channel. It's just a thing that I have.
Well, hasn't he?
Yeah, but again, this isn't really a thing. But I don't know why you've turned this against me. This is the fun thing that we were planning to do, and now this is like,
Turned against you.
This is like, James, why haven't you succeeded? You're 21.
Yeah, that's
Cool.
what I'm here for.
Great start.
So, speaking of things that are underwhelming and annoying, Electronic Arts is where we're starting. And do we just run through them in chronological order? Or do you want to give your overall impression of the conference?
Well, there's a rough overview there. I mean, it's mostly going off its premiere titles and just, okay, let's just do the next one.
Yeah.
And let's hype it up a little bit more.
It very much was by the numbers, and there weren't very many surprises.
Mm.
I mean, I follow E3 religiously, and I do all the pre-research. So I had heard about a couple of them, and you've never heard of Anthem before today.
No,
So,
I haven't been with that series.
Well, this is the thing. This is the first one of it, and it was only announced last year.
The game series that it's sort of from. What's it called?
BioWare.
Yeah,
BioWare's BioWare is not a series.
I haven't been following
it's a developer.
BioWare. That's what
BioWare, not a series.
Mm.
whatever it is.
Nutcase.
I don't know games.
He doesn't know games. He's just sort of here. It looks better to have three people on the camera instead of two. So it started with Battlefield 5, which is a video game.
Yes, indeed it is.
And it's got a woman on it. But they didn't mention that. But it was like the only thing that they mentioned before this game was that there's a woman on the front cover. You don't really know anything about this, do you?
Does it need to be mentioned?
Well, it does, because they said that they announced the game, and it's mostly focused on this woman with one arm, this badass, just knocking fools out, Nazi fools. And then on the cover of the box, the main box, is a woman. However, if you want to get the special edition, which is £20 more, you can get one that has a man on it.
Yeah, it's all,
yeah, which I think is amazing.
The special edition.
Yeah. Because you need to be special to realise. You know how you make videos and you say things and you think, oh, people are gonna love that. They're not gonna like that one. Battlefield 5. What was cool about the Battlefield 5? Was there anything interesting about it?
Did they say something about a battle royale?
Yeah. Oh yeah. They officially announced that Battlefield 5 has a battle royale mode, which we all knew, but it hasn't been officially announced. There was a press event a few weeks ago, which I did not get to go to.
If there are any historical battle royales in World War II, then please let us know.
In the comments down there, or if you click this link here.
Well,
yeah,
I'm not doing that.
Ding the bell.
I'm not doing that. I'm not putting a link there.
Subscribe, like.
No, not yet. We'll get there. Patience. But I like your enthusiasm. So yeah, but I mean,
hey guys.
Oh yeah, it's just much the same. Let's put
it's a new Battlefield game.
Yeah,
they seem to be a lot.
More to say?
There's tanks in it this time, and it's in World War II. It's probably going to be fine. It's going to get 7s and 8s.
It'll be what it always has been, really.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
Different
setting. Okay, improve some things. Add a couple of things which were expected.
Yeah.
There we go. New game.
You were saying?
At least our order of things in this video wasn't as bad as the Command and Conquer game announcement.
We will get there. Or do you want to do it now?
Yeah.
Well,
in the
actually,
true spirit of
it was
the order of the announcement.
No. So there is a way to announce things at E3. And a good way is cinematic trailer, announcement of what cinematic trailer was, gameplay. That is established and it works very well. Command & Conquer decided to go esport route, then announcement, then cinematic. which was really confusing because they were talking about Madden beforehand.
Yeah.
And then it went straight into into this competition between two humans.
Yeah.
And then there was a cinematic trailer. It was so weird because the game looked fine.
Yeah.
You actually seemed quite taken with it.
Well, I like strategy games.
Yeah.
It's a very basic strategy game. Real time. It's just boiling it right down to its very bare components. As it's just definitely the minimum required to make it a game, really.
Which, fair enough, for a mobile game.
Yeah, I mean
that works pretty well.
Fair enough for that, but I mean it's still a little bit underwhelming.
Yeah. They didn't. I assume because it's going to be a mobile game like that, it's probably going to be free.
Yeah.
With tons of microtransactions in there.
I mean that's EA.
If it ain't broke.
Yeah,
it makes the customers broke, but not them. That's the difference. So let's go back to Battlefront 2, where they made, was it 3 or 4 jokes about how terrible Battlefront was when it launched?
You're talking about Star Wars Battlefront.
I'm talking about Star Wars Battlefront,
yes.
Yeah. So. Because they announced, it wasn't an announcement of Battlefront. Oh, we forgot. They announced Respawn announced a new single player game called Jedi Fallen Order.
Yep. Nothing else about it except literally. You play a Jedi in,
between episodes 3 and 4. So after Order 66.
Yeah.
Execute Order 66. Brilliant moment. But this is Respawn. These are the guys who did Titanfall and it's the same core group who made Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 and Modern Warfare 2. So it's the Infinity Ward guys who created the modern FPS as we know it. So anything that they make is interesting. Titanfall 2 was a massively underrated game when it came out, but it came out a week after Call of Duty and a week before Battlefield 1, and it died. It died on its ass.
Remember, there's been Star Wars titles which have just been scrapped. I mean, once Disney took over at one point, there was a Star Wars game. I think it was kind of around that era as well, but it was scrapped.
This was the Visceral game that was was it Visceral? It was Amy Hennig's game. She was the person who's the co-creator of Uncharted. And I thought, co-creator of Uncharted, Star Wars, there will be a good story there. And we haven't heard anything from it. So it's been scrapped. Which is sad, because, no one, probably thousands of people worked on that game. It's been hours and hundreds of hours of man time.
I mean, there was some footage which was shown about it, but then...
It was a person, it was a silhouette walking outside of the Mos Eisley Cantina. That's all it was.
No, there was a little bit of footage from it. Maybe it was a different game then, that... It was just like falling down a massive shaft, and I can't remember which one but I know that I saw in the news somewhere that Disney scrapped it because they didn't like it, the premise.
What they do have now is that droid with the 4 lightsabers.
Yes,
which is pretty fucking.
This is the announcement of the clone. They're going into the Battlefront 2 is going into the Clone Wars with new playable characters of. General Grievous was the big one. So
yeah, I mean that's big the one which they put on the display.
Four lightsaber General Grievous with the awful cough.
Yeah.
Count Dooku, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and was there another one? It wasn't Maul because he's already there.
They said another one. It was 2 heroes and 2 villains.
Yeah. It wasn't Windu. Oh, it was Anakin. It was Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah.
The Ewok hunt is already a thing.
Okay, but they've got more Ewoks.
But weirdly enough,
which is more lightsabers, more Ewoks.
Hashtag more Ewoks.
Hashtag more Ewoks.
Yeah. We're gonna that's gonna be the title of the video. Hashtag more Ewoks.
We're gonna edit that over the top of the video, and that's gonna be the.
I don't know how to do that.
It's gonna be the thumbnail too. And we're back. We're here on the beach.
So you've said that now. I mean, why? Why do you do that?
We either need to edit this out, or
I don't know enough about editing to properly do this properly. So it's just gonna be sweet. I didn't even write down FIFA when they talked about it because it was such a nothing announcement.
Yeah, I mean, same old. Just,
FIFA 19 is coming out. Wow.
Big surprise.
But fair enough, there were a couple things, like the Champions League is now part of FIFA 19, which, as somebody who loves FIFA and loves football, the Champions League was always a thing that only PES had. And that was like the shining light of the PES games, that they had a fully licensed Champions League with like all of the music and all of the correct kits and names and all the stadiums and the right sponsors, and like it really looked like you were watching a Champions League game. Now FIFA have got it. I'm really worried for what PES are going to do, because it's already massively the other football game, even though technically it's superior and almost has always been superior, especially with the new Fox engine that Konami have. I'm really worried for the state of PES. I reckon it's still going to be a functionally brilliant football game, but without the online components that FIFA has, without the presentation that FIFA has, and without the inbuilt fan base.
Yeah,
I am very, it's going to be dead on arrival.
Another thing I noticed about all these game announcements is most of them had the same game engine.
Oh, Frostbite.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Right. It's just, if it works, it works.
It's an engine that Dice created, and then EA bought Dice, and so we're going to put it in all of our games, and we're going to build all of our games around this one engine. Brand synergy. You know what an EA game looks like, because it's got the Frostbite engine. What was the other thing? Oh, they alluded to the fact that Alex Hunter, star of The Journey, will be back for the third season of The Journey, which is FIFA's story mode. Which is great. It's so stupid. Have you guys ever seen the film Goal?
No.
No, not at all, no.
It's stupid little like football fantasy of this kid from this Mexican American kid living in the slums of LA gets a trial at Newcastle United. Like, not even like one of the big teams. It's Newcastle, which makes it more believable. Because like they'll take anything, they'll take anyone they can get.
I suppose.
And then the second one, he goes to Real Madrid. And like becomes too big for his boots because he plays for Real Madrid. It's so stupid, but that's what The Journey is. It plays to all the football stereotypes, but it is.
Yeah, no, I mean it just goes through, just rehashes much of the same thing.
And it is brilliant because you look at how much money the Ultimate Team, just one mode in FIFA gets, and like it's amazing that EA of all people haven't spun that into their own game. They still keep it a FIFA. You pay £50 a year, and you get a complete 12-hour story mode, this unbelievably good online mode, an offline career mode, which is great, both player and manager. Like FIFA is stacked with content, and it's a miracle that they make it year on year.
Okay, fair enough. This doesn't sound like an ad for FIFA, so let's.
I like FIFA. I just like it.
A little bit.
Unravel 2, Unravel was a fun game, and I assumed that Unravel 2 would be announced because a couple of days ago or yesterday, the ESRB were, which is PEGI in America. So we have the PEGI rate. ESRB is the American ratings board. Entertainment Standards Rating Board, I think that's what it stands for.
This video is rated PEGI 18.
Yeah. Fuck you. Now it is. It has to be. Oh no! Explicit content warning.
Earlier.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay, good. At least
I said it and then I was like,
at least no one said cunts, so we're fine there.
It's fine. He's Australian.
That doesn't make it fine.
Did that just make the video worse?
No, but I don't care.
Cool.
This is not.
Perfect.
This isn't going out to millions of impressionable kids.
Oh.
It's going out to the people that I know. Hey everyone. Hey, I'm going to call out one person. That who am I going to call out? Oh man! Oh no! Under pressure. I'll think about it. And I'm gonna let you talk about. I'm gonna let you talk about Unravel.
Oh yeah, it's really, really cool. Just the way that they put it together. I mean, putting the two sides of it. I mean, it's what you would expect really. Unravel 2. Unravel 2. You got two Yannis now.
Yeah. One's blue. One's blue. He looks very good. And one's red. He's also very good.
Yeah, but allowing for the cooperative play as well. Yeah. That's an interesting aspect to it, but you don't need to play cooperative. Of course, you can just do the single player. Yeah, I mean, it's just a nice story aspect, puzzle solving, so much of the same, and just different environment, different setup.
But the big thing about Unravel 2 was, after all the gameplay, after the trailer, they went,
it's out!
And you can play it now! It's out now! Which is the best thing ever. One of those conferences, when somebody can do that and do it well, it's brilliant.
Oh, and Command & Conquer was the same. It's out now.
Yeah, but mobile games. Yeah, but like a console game, a full console game that you can go out to a shop and buy tomorrow. Like, that's amazing.
Yeah. I was surprised they even announced a mobile game.
Yeah, I think it's because Command & Conquer is just such a big EA franchise, and it used to be really big.
Yeah, I mean I imagine I haven't followed it, but I imagine it's dwindled a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, well, the real-time strategy genre has.
That's why they made
dwindled.
a mobile game of it.
Yeah, I mean, make it cheap and then make your profits in microtransactions. It works. That's why everyone does it. Like, if you should see the state of
they're gonna make their money from it, but it's just like a throwaway game.
Yeah. But it's for the casual audience and it's a casual game. It's one of those games. If you've got 10 minutes, I'll do one match, do one offline match. Sweet, I won. Or sweet, oh no, I lost. I'll do better next time. Callum Seuss.
Is that your call out?
Yeah. Oh God, I really hope he watches this far in. He might not. He hates video games. I'll have to do someone else. Why did I pick him? It's the first name I could think of.
Really?
Man. Yeah. Of all the people. Yeah.
I thought you had friends.
Hello, darkness, my
And we're back.
I've come to talk.
That's where I'm going to put that's the only edit I'm going to do. I'm going to do the hello silence, my old friend. I'm going to do the sound of silence. Because that would... Don't do it in real life. we just make the screen black and then we just grab a guitar and start doing it. And then they announced Sea of Solitude, a new title from EA Originals. Looks fine.
Yeah.
I like the girl announcing it. Big fan of her because they said, and here's a representative from the studio in Berlin, and she came out, and I think her decision making went, I need to show that I'm from Berlin, and I can't just do it with my accent. I know, I'll wear a T-shirt by Kraftwerk with an Autobahn on it. I thought, why not stop there? Why not come out in lederhosen with a sausage, with loads of beer? Like, go full Berlin. Why not? But yeah, Sea of Solitude looks fine.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like cool story aspect to it, but I mean, what didn't blow me away really. It was just like, oh, that's interesting.
It'll be great for PS Plus. It'll be a great free game that you get.
Yeah.
Madden, and then they finish with Anthem.
Madden. Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry. Would you like to talk about that amazing Madden? Thank you very much.
Not at all. But yeah, that's all it did. Just
Madden 2019 coming. Well, the only thing is that it's coming to PC for the first time in 10 years, which is surprising.
Yeah.
I just assumed. Good for them.
Did we say there was a basketball game?
There was a basketball game.
There was a basketball game.
There we go.
NBA Live. So they finished with Anthem, and there was the big focus of the conference was Anthem.
Yeah,
because
understandably it's a huge budget game.
Yeah, and it's the return of BioWare, which is they've been away for a long time. Dragon Age Inquisition came out. Oh no, Mass Effect Andromeda was the last one, which divided. I say divided. It didn't at all. No one really liked it. Because that game came out and then 2 days in they had to give like a 5 gig patch to it to fit like the eyes weren't right in a BioWare game which is all about relationships and being up close and talking
sounds hilarious.
And the eyes were just dead on everyone. You had Natalie Dormer in that game playing an Asari, like, and I was like one of the most charismatic people with the most beautiful eyes in the world, and you mess her up, and how? It was unbelievably bad.
They're all dead inside.
Yeah, and then when they patched it wasn't. And then the best one was some people, their animations weren't working, and some people in games when animations don't work, sometimes they just stay still or they repeat the same thing after a while. The worst thing happened. Somebody started doing this, which is the T pose, which is no. Do you know what that means? The T pose is the default pose.
The default.
When you create a character, it comes in the T pose. It's for it to fail in the final build of a game. Oh man. Anyway, let's not bash on Andromeda. It was sad after a while. It was funny once and then it was just sad. But yeah, so BioWare are back with Anthem, which looks like Destiny, which is why I will not play it. It's a third-person shooter where you shoot people and numbers come out of it, and there's a sort of story, but it's mostly focused on online gameplay. That's fucking Destiny.
It's an interesting concept, and the world that they've created looks amazing.
What world?
No.
What fucking world?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's not really a story. Well, they've built a story into the world, they've made it look amazing.
Yeah, the whole story thing is like, there was one of the writers, they went, and there's loads of areas for us to give story down the line. I thought, you haven't got anything. You have not got a compelling story, because you offer every single gameplay thing has been focused on cooperative gameplay with unbelievably pre-rehearsed dialogue.
No, but it is an interesting aspect to the cooperative play, because it's not true. Well, it is when you're doing the gameplay aspect of it, but when you're going through the story, you just go, okay, this is the next step in the main home area, and no other players are involved for that, and then you go, okay, I'm going to do this mission. Okay, I'm going to call up a few of my friends and we'll do this mission together.
But what if they're not available and you want to do it?
Yeah,
and
but you can't. No, but the thing is, you can still do the missions, but it's going to be 10 times harder.
Yeah, and then there's the thing of like, if you really need to do that mission at that time and you do not have an option, and you join a party of randos, well, you're screwed.
Yeah, but you don't need to join a party. I mean, you can just go it solo. I mean, I imagine the game's probably adjusting it slightly according to.
I don't think it'll do a thing.
Maybe not. I mean, but there's an aspect to it. It's just you can go in alone, but it's going to be a bit more difficult than if you were with a.
I mean, I've got a thing about games that when you shoot someone in the head and 100 comes out of their head, like I inherently don't trust it.
I don't like that aspect. I just don't like shooter games which are just purely shooting 'em up games. And it's just with a story tacked on, and then just go, okay, blast away, blast away, blast away. But that's me.
But the difference is like when you get a brilliant story like in the CODs and like in Titanfall 2, like you have a really good story and also this thing. I think trying to combine the two, it's going to take a lot of boxes for a lot of people. That's why Destiny is so big.
I mean, the games which I like that do involve a decent amount of shooting, like games like Enchanted and stuff, which is focused on the story more than anything else, and you've got other options, and it's more than just shooting people in the head or things or aliens or whatever it is.
I don't know. Anthem looks like a big bowl of promise, and it's going to end up tasting like nothing.
Yeah, I mean, it's doing what it's meant to do and spearheading some aspects of multiplayer, single player thing, and building a world, something which looks really good, and it's going to get a lot of players suckered into it, but it's not really a whole lot of substance when it comes to the actual gameplay in comparison to other games. That's what it seems like.
It looks cool, but there's like so many other better games out there.
Yeah,
I reckon.
This is somebody who doesn't play games. Like,
no, but I've played Bloodborne, so.
Well, we can't. You can't compare a game that doesn't exist to one of the greatest games ever made. Like, it's really hard to do that, and that's unfair on Anthem.
I'd rather play Bloodborne.
Yeah. I think we all would rather play Bloodborne. We'd all rather be playing Bloodborne or Zelda. So like, Anyway, so what was your? Let's go around the room. This very flat room.
Yes.
What was your favourite thing from the conference? Miles, what was your favourite thing from the conference?
Probably Unravel 2.
Like the whole thing, or was it the announcement that is out now?
Well, no, just the whole thing of Unravel. I mean, I thought it was a really cool game. I didn't actually play it, but I saw watched the gameplay of it, and it's really, really cool game, puzzle solving and going on that. And you can tell the creators behind it, they've got a lot of passion towards that game. And I mean, it stood out among everything else with EA. I mean, I'm not all the sports stuff and just going, okay, let's add the next number on it so it's the next year, and let's tweak things, make it a little bit better, and stuff with Battlefront as well. It's just, okay, let's just improve on things that we've done before and rehash it. I mean, that's not very exciting so much, but when it's something which is a new concept adding to it, and even though Unravel 2 is a sequel, it's taken on a new aspect to it rather than just rehashing things.
There we go, Unravel 2. Jono, did you ever think?
Yeah, the more lightsabers and more Ewoks, I'd say.
More lightsabers and more Ewoks. Somebody would, man.
Yeah, Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
For me, football fan, FIFA 19. I like FIFA and I like the Champions League. Right. that was it for the first of some. We don't know. I don't know how many of these we're gonna do. We're gonna do a bunch from the loading bar, the server loading bar in Shepherd's Bush for the all-nighter where we're gonna watch like the Ubisoft conference, the Sony conference, and a bunch of them. That's gonna be just you and me. Jono won't be there because.
I don't know if I'm that dedicated to
gaming.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, you watching like one every now and then is fine, but staying up for 7 hours to watch 3 conferences, trade conference from a trade show. It's not even like for a fans; it's for trades. But yeah, there we go. Thank you very much, and a special thank you to Dalen, Jayan, Thorin. No, Thotlin. He's gonna hate that I mispronounce his own name, even though I hate him in character. And to my dungeon master Michael, you guys are great. See ya.
Bye.
Oh, Gail. Sorry, Gail.
Call out.
Gail Mapletop. Gail Mapletop.
David.
Steve.
My
Stop.
dad's called David.